sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. Here's Oliver. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's going to wind up and air it out into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Falcons will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Murray off play action. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Play fake. Murray. Flush to his right. Murray has the first down and more.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
A big play there on the keeper. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Man open left side, it's Williams. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run with Hines. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Extra point good by Prater.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Now as they kick it away. Here's Oliver.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for it.
Cordero Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's his 2nd touchdown run of this game. And this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go. But how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Sliding out of the pocket. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts there to make the grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Moore now on the return. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Nice.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
A quick throw there out to Williams. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run the counter. It's Patterson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
On 4th down, here's Andy Lee on to kick it away.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
When I was in school, math was not my strong suit, but I did learn enough to know how to play cover 3. 2 corners and a safety divide up the field in thirds. On this play, the corner didn't get fooled by anything in front of him. Kept his coverage all the way down the sideline in the deep third position and makes the interception.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, 39 yards.
And the Cardinals on one play have taken the lead.
Extra point good by Prater. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Patterson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Third and 2, now Ryan.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Shotgun now from Murray. And complete to Zach Ertz.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Hines. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, it's Murray. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now a give right side. It's Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Prater for the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team. But he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who've made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. First down, Murray. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Oliver. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd and 5 now. Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He's trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off at the 23. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Oliver. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory. Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
134 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Ryan.
is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Here's Moore on the return. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st down, it's Patterson. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play action, Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley. 36 yards, and the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's Murray. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. He'll find Hines out of the backfield.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Boy, Kyler Murray, a guy with an awful lot of things going for him. We know that. But at this stage, might be tough to decide whether he's a better passer or runner. And that was a heck of a run there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Here's Oliver. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Throwing again, Ryan. He completes it to Ridley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Ryan. He sets to fire deep.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Ryan.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hawkins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And now the rookie's free. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. 94 yards.
And the Cardinals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed.
And the Cardinals are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
120 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. It's Hawkins. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. I don't think you got it, sir.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.